Hey, what's going on, guys? We are back with another fighter focus here. Aries Fight Series, getting ready for Fight Week, and we're joined by Brennan Johnson here today. Brennan, how's it going?
Good. How are y'all doing?
We're doing good, man. We appreciate you joining us here. It is Fight Week, so we're recording this on a Tuesday. I guess you still got a couple more sleeps before weigh-ins. How's that last-minute preparation going, man? I know this is probably not the most fun week in a fighter's life.
Right, right. It's all the worst part of the fight week, but come Friday and Saturday, it'll be the fun part. But it's going well. I only got a couple more pounds to go, but it's coming off easy. Nothing too crazy.
Nice, nice. So Brennan, of course, a 2-1 bantamweight prospect fighting out of Independent MMA and Fitness down in Noonan, Georgia. This will be your first time up here fighting for us, so I'm excited to see in action. Of course, I talk to Coach Doug Usher all the time, and he speaks highly of you. You're coming up here to fight Brevin Sullivan, a guy that we did an interview with about 2 weeks ago now, so you can find that somewhere on the channel. Brevin, a very outspoken fellow. He
Sure.
will talk that talk, if you will. Give us your thoughts on this matchup. Brevin, self-proclaimed best striker in the country after his last fight, and he actually fought a teammate of yours, Khalil Sims. So talk a little bit about the matchup. Have you talked to Khalil about what to expect in there?
I think it's a good matchup. Of course, I don't think my teammate himself, Khalil, did everything he could do as when they fought. I think he made a lot of mistakes and could have done a lot better, which is why I feel Coach Doug wanted to make this fight happen. So just show that we as a gym are better than that, and we don't make that many mistakes. But yeah, he's definitely very outspoken. I watched on him and his Khalil's fight. His striking's very well. I think he's got some good striking for sure. He cuts good angles. Um, I think it'll be a very good matchup. I definitely think he'll be underestimating my stand up. I think he thinks I'm gonna be ready to get it to the ground as quick as possible, but that's not the case. As in my last fight, I was doing that over and over, takedown, takedown. Didn't ever really let my hands go, but that's what I've really been focusing on this fight camp, and I will be prepared to do it.
Nice, man. I like it. This is one of those fights that I think a lot of people are looking forward to because both you guys, I can tell just from watching, are going to bring it. We're going to have a good scrap. This will be a good fight. Should deliver for the fans. Looking at your Tapology page here, man, it says you're from Utah originally. What brings you out here to this part of the world?
So I'm not sure exactly why it says that, but I
Oh,
was born in Georgia, and around like 6 or 7 years old, we moved out there, and I did just recently move back down here like 4 years ago.
okay,
So I pretty much am kind of from there, but not really. But I moved
understood.
here just because, man, ain't nothing really like the South, you know. I got a lot of family down here. It's just good environment down here. The Southern hospitality is there's nothing really like it.
So tell us a little bit about your background, man. Like what you're a young buck still. 3 fights into your career. What got you into this sport? Did you wrestle? Was there anything martial arts growing up? What kind of got you on this path?
Yes. So I started wrestling, I think in seventh grade, and I that was out in Utah. I was wrestling out there, and then I moved down here, and I really wasn't even gonna wrestle on the high school level, and the coach ended up pulling my brother in the room, which he never wrestled, and then my brother pulled me in there, and I really ended up enjoying it. I wrestled under Sean Haig, very good coach, Hall of Famer. Um, Wrestled under him for 4 years. I went to state all 4 years, did my thing, but kind of once it came to state, I never really performed how I feel I should have. And my senior year, I got disqualified out of the sectional tournament for they called me for an illegal slam. But yeah, I wrestled my whole life. I was gonna go off to college and wrestle, but I was just over it, over cutting weight, and so I went off to college and started playing lacrosse. And I played lacrosse for a year. They wanted me to wrestle. I did a little bit of wrestling up there, but nothing for the team. I just wrestled around with the guys. And then I came back. I dropped out of college, and I was just really wanting to get back into a competitive sport. I just like to be competitive, and I met a girl, my girlfriend now, my current girlfriend, and her dad is a fighter, Mike Wilson.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, so that's kind of how I got brought into independent MMA through Mike Wilson, and they brought me in slowly, and I just kind of fell in love with it over time. I thought I was going to be a lot better than I was when I first started, of course, since I had wrestled my whole life. But it's a tough learning process, and it's fun. I really enjoy it. I think this is going to be something I'll be doing for the rest of my life, and I got big aspirations and goals.
I got my man Jeff Hobbs on the line here with us as well. Jeff does our announcing, so he was front and center when Briven made his proclamation, if you will. Jeff, what you got for our man Brennan?
Well, I really don't give a shit about the fights, man. I got other questions, man. What was that Mormon life up there in Utah, man? You get involved in all that? What's going on up there?
All the what life? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
The Mormons up there. Isn't there a
Oh,
lot up there?
they're definitely different. That's another thing that about Utah. Like I had went up there last year just to go visit some people, and it's just so different. The people, the way they are, the way they act. It's there's really nothing like it in my opinion. Like it's so much
It's
different
another
than the South.
world, ain't it?
You would think it's almost like everybody goes to church, but I feel like down here in the South, everybody goes to church. I feel like more people here go to church, but the people up there that go to church, they're diehard Mormons, like you said. I really can't explain it.
I say everybody I've talked to that's either from there or been there said it's like another planet. It's like a whole other planet that you didn't know
It's lit.
existed out there.
Yeah,
Well,
it
all
literally.
kidding aside, man, I understand that this is a sport, and I'm sure with the rest, we got to pick on Greg and Torres on the show, man, because those are wrestlers. But there's one thing I can definitely agree on. It's a very disciplined, very respectful sport. And I know you're going in this as a competition, man, but come on, be real with us and tell us the truth. There's a little bit of this fight. You're just wanting to shut this kid up, right? You're
Oh
wanting to
yes,
shut his
sir.
mouth. All right.
Just I didn't like overall morale as to how he approached the fight with my teammate Khalil Sims. I just thought it was very cocky. Um, and then the way he performed, I wasn't very pleased with the way his attitude was, and then the way he performed. So I just really want to shut him up, as you said. I definitely don't think he's the best striker in the country, but I do think he's a good striker. I'll give him his respect, but I think he's reaching there. Um, I really just want to shut him up, like you said. I feel like he's kind of really got that Conor McGregor mentality a little bit, from what I feel. But yeah, I'm ready to shut him up.
Hey, I love it,
But you
man.
have to think, though.
Always good to have a little heat.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, and the good thing is, though, it may bring a little fire into you, but at the end of the day, you got what he brings to the table. It's bringing eyes on you, for this fight.
Yes,
So,
sir.
the more he talks, the more he boasts, the more he pushes and promotes this fight. At the end of the day, it's bringing a lot of attention to you and this fight, where maybe somebody wouldn't have paid attention before. So, it goes hand in hand, and where it may be irritating on the professional side, on the promotional side, you got to love that whether people love him or hate him, they're watching this fight. And so maybe
Yes,
somebody
sir.
that wasn't aware of you, maybe that hadn't followed you, it's going to bring maybe some new fans to you, man.
Yes, sir. I definitely hear he's a big name out there, and I'm ready to fight. I think it'll be a very great fight. Um, I just don't think that he has the push. I feel like I'll end up breaking him, but that's just me. I think he showed a lot of weakness in that last fight, and his cardio was definitely one of them.
Right. Well, we're going to find the good thing is, man, Tim, what we got? 4 days, 5 days.
Yeah,
We're going to
yeah,
find
yeah.
out.
Just
We're going to find
it's
out
at
real
this
quick.
point, we're looking at about 4 sleeps and only about 3 sleeps till they get to see each other, and we get to square off, man. So we got them nice early weigh-ins at 1 o'clock on Friday. You guys can both rehydrate and feel good as you possibly can for Saturday, which is always nice. Before we let you go, man, I want to let you give some shout outs where they're due. Any sponsors, training partners, friends, family, you want to give some love to, I'll let you do that. And then also let our viewers know where they can follow your social media so they can keep up with your career.
Yes, sir. I just want to give a big shout out to Doug Usher, of course, my head coach, Chris Timms, another one of my coaches that helps me a lot in the jiu-jitsu aspect, really all around MMA aspect. of course, Coach Mike Wilson. He mentors me. He keeps me, make sure I'm on it all the time. He don't let me slack. Of course, thank my girlfriend for putting up with my shit all the time, especially during fight camp, and all my friends and family. And I'll be ready, and I think it'll be a good one. Like I said.
Awesome, man. Where can we get your social media?
Oh, you can follow me on Instagram at Brennan Johnson MMA and Facebook Brennan Ward Jazzy Johnson.
I love it, man. Once again, this has been Brennan Johnson. You can catch him this upcoming Saturday at Aries 1. He's going to be taking on Brivin Sullivan. It's going to be a hell of a fight. You get your tickets at fightertix.com. Make sure you select Brennan as your fighter so he gets some credit there. And then also, if you can't be there live and in person, you can catch the pay-per-view at spectationsports.com. Regardless, make sure you check this one out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Brennan, thanks so much for the time. We're looking forward to seeing you Friday.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. Make sure y'all come out, come watch, come support. It's going to be a hell of a fight. Two hell of a fighters putting on a show.